Warcraft 3.
Playing Warcraft, are they playing like Warcraft 3, Warcraft 3? Or
Yeah,
like
they're
a
playing
custom,
Warcraft 3,
like,
Warcraft 3. Like,
I actually wouldn't mind playing Warlocks right now. This is actually a nice overlay. I'm going to put that out there. I like this overlay.
I think that this needs to move slightly to the right.
I also don't like. I find it odd that there's the production menu on the left side there, and we can see production above the actual production tab too. That's a bit.
Yeah,
odd.
I think this menu should be moved like right up the top.
Or just removed completely,
Yeah,
possibly.
Well, you'd assume that someone professionally casting knows their stuff. Anyway, let's do the player intros.
Alright, so we have in the top right, losing game 1, took a lot of damage from some banelings. Couldn't quite get his pressure working. He is Team Envision's CyniX.
CyniX!
And in the bottom left,
Oh, hold on.
wearing this delightful purple color, we have from Team Envy Gamecom, the Sea King himself, mOOnGLaDe.
mOOnGLaDe! Dubstep styles.
Dubstep remix of player intros.
Man, and then we get the name tab. Are we going to see any temples? I really feel like there's going to be temples.
As both of them are above 10 supply, we're not going to see a temple this game.
Damn.
Unfortunately.
Did you hear my Darth Vader voice before?
When?
Oh, it's sick. Well, hello, how are you doing? Welcome to the dark side of the cast.
It's gone.
It's sick, man.
It's gone.
I should do a cast entirely in that, but I'm afraid we'd lose like all of our viewers.
I'm fairly sure we did a cast entirely in Australian accents.
We should
like
do
Bogan Australian. No.
Accents? Mate.
Mate, let's not.
Yeah, nah, mate.
Let's no.
I'd end up swearing way too much.
I think we did, but that was actually a magnificent
Well,
cast.
it was my stream. I can do what I want.
And we do have the pull first for CyniX, the hatch first for mOOnGLaDe. So mOOnGLaDe sort of knows he can be safe against early pull pressures. He saw that in the previous game, CyniX went for a 15 pull. He's assumed he's going to do it again, and so he's going to take this early macro advantage. Pretty smart sort of metagame thinking there from mOOnGLaDe.
Oh, look.
And he did get a gas as well, I believe, if we go take a look at the main there. Yeah, so he is going to go for a very, very fast ling speed here. Whether he uses it to, really heavily pressure, or if he just uses it to sort of lightly pressure, force out some lings, and come back home and focus on that macro, we'll have to wait and see.
How do you feel about the new skins on the units?
I don't mind the overlords.
Yep.
I really, really, really hate it when someone has the skins turned on the Zerglings.
Oh, I hate it too. Zerglings
it's
the
like
ones that makes me mad.
impossible to count how many Zerglings there are, because it's just like it's like a spike pit, like moving around. It's really annoying to watch.
I think that they should turn them off for tournaments. I think.
I want
anything other than
can you like what they should have is an option so that you can turn off
yours
skins. So if I don't care if you've got skins, I just don't want to see them, so I want them off. You can see your own skins if you want. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, Speed's getting started straight away.
Speed,
He's keeping his workers in gas. What do you think that the tech could be at this stage?
At the moment, I'd be leaning towards some sort of like heavy ling bailing pressure. I mean, it worked for him really, really well in game 1. And that was off of like a very macro-oriented build. This game, he's got his speed a lot faster. He's a lot more, prepared to do that style of pressure. But he is still making drones, so I obviously can't say for certain if that's what we're going to see out of mOOnGLaDe.
All right, so we've got a little bit of downtime before something happens.
Ask me a question, Jesse.
What sort of question do you want to
do?
Did you go on the water when you went up the coast?
I actually went. I went down the coast. I actually tried surfing for the first time.
Oh.
I feel infinitely more Australian than I did last week.
Oh, I'm never going surfing.
Because I managed to stand up on a board on a wave and move, like
did
without
you say
falling
Australia?
off.
Where are you doing it?
No, but I did do the this hand sign.
He's
if we
got
just get a
two
quick cut of that.
Oh no, Spike.
No, this one, the surfy one.
Don't do the surfy one. That's so lame.
Everyone knows it. I'm sure you know it.
Yeah.
It's like a phone,
like
cowabunga.
Yeah.
So I felt pretty
Australian, though, right?
Yeah, but I mean, come on, it's like classic surfy right there. And then we do see a lot of lings on the way from mOOnGLaDe, as well as a Bailey Nest. Maybe these things could have been a bit faster, do a pressure a bit earlier. I mean, ling speed did finish and he had 0 Zerglings on the map, so...
I think just one of those drones a little bit quicker, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can never complain about having drones that faster, but if you're going to get gas and speed that early, I mean, I feel like you should start using it straight away. And he is running in 10 Zerglings across the map. Probably, I think he's going to make some banelings here and try and run some light pressure. CyniX, however, is already making defensive banelings and is going to be well and truly ready for this, if anything does come out of it.
No, he's not even going to... He's just going to back up from this. I don't think he wants to commit any more Zerglings. I think he's just going to use them.
That's an intelligent decision. I mean, we see 12 Zerglings on the way for CyniX, and he made 4 banelings. So he's really either overreacted to defense, which he's making a lot more lings, so probably not. he's probably going to do a pressure off this.
Yep.
But, I mean, he's forced a lot of lings out that aren't drones, and consequently he's taken the drone lead already.
Yep. Well, right now we've got, in the unit counting station, we've got 28 lings that kind of didn't need to be there, but he's only got 6 drones ahead.
But he is running across the map at 7 Zerglings, and I don't know if mOOnGLaDe has any Banelings on the way yet, so if he doesn't see this pressure coming in, he might take a fair amount of damage from this. I mean, he's definitely way behind on the ling count, but if CyniX wants to do damage, he has to like run in right now and start cleaning off these Banelings.
Oh, now we've seen... Are these Banelings going to finish?
They absolutely are. Unfortunately for CyniX, he's really behind in the working count now. He had a slight window there that he's let slip away from him, and these mutas are going to be out so much faster for mOOnGLaDe than for CyniX.
I actually just like doing the dippy thing.
There's
a second Evo
does
chamber
CyniX
going.
have a lair down?
No, not yet.
He does not, so he's obviously going to be going for some sort of very heavy ling tech-oriented build here.
I actually think he's really relying on the fact that he can deny this third.
Well, the ZVZ is definitely really about this third, but if you're this behind in tech, I don't know if denying the third is going to be that amazing, because the mutas for mOOnGLaDe are always going to be able to deny the third of CyniX in this situation, just because of how far ahead he is in
Look
that
at those
tech.
Banelings. I love how that works. But look at the counter. mOOnGLaDe's there for the counter.
You do have 2 Banelings coming down, but if he just A-moves them in, he's not going to, and mOOnGLaDe.
Oh, look at that.
Very nicely done.
Oh, he
But
gets the cancel as well.
Third of mOOnGLaDe
doesn't
get
get
cancelled. A little bit of a loss there,
Moon-
not too bad though. 7 mutas are on the way, and he is sort of bulletproof right now.
Yep.
So both of them on 2 bases, but the tech advantage is definitely going to mOOnGLaDe. And with that, he should be able to pick up a third.
Oh, and he loses all of his Banelings.
All of his Banelings, but the rest of the Banelings for CyniX don't really get anything done.
Well, now he's got mutas on the field. Like, that third base is not getting up today.
Yeah, it's not getting up anytime soon, that's for sure. And what can CyniX really do about these mutas? He's going to lose all his overlords on the map. He's going to lose all of his map control, and he's not going to be able to take a third. I don't think ever. I mean, he can't catch up to the muta count of mOOnGLaDe.
Oh, this third's going to get denied again, though. Hopefully, mOOnGLaDe cancels it this time. It was a mistake that he made last game. I just don't think he was focusing.
I think...
Cancel.
At the
Oh,
moment,
it doesn't get cancelled again. That is huge
I think
for CyniX.
the murals aren't too much of a problem in CVZ, like, at the current point in time. Like, having a few more lings doesn't really matter if that much. I mean,
Well,
obviously it's
all
good.
these
Obviously
lings
you want to cancel it
Yep.
if you can, but I don't think it's that huge of a thing, especially when you look at, like, the layer for CyniX still has it even been started. I didn't see it on the production tab at all, and I mean, still no layer, a couple of spores. Eventually mOOnGLaDe's just going to have too much of a tech lead to really lose this game.
Yep, and he's going to start trying to defend his third with roaches. It's getting attacked again now, and there's just more lings running towards that third.
But there's a big ling Baneling force now in the natural of mOOnGLaDe, I believe, that can kind of, some Banelings.
Well, he's got Banelings there, so I'm not quite sure why he brought this back then.
That was a bit of a waste.
Yeah.
Bit of a miss micro there.
But he's going to try and run these few lings into the main.
7 lings, not going to do a hell of a lot
Oh,
of
look
much.
at
And
that.
CyniX is just can't stop a single muta from just sitting there picking at units, and that's just sort of embarrassing.
Oh,
I
and he
guess.
loses a queen. Oh, queen goes
That
down.
was some sloppy micro as well from CyniX. They definitely could have defended that, but he just has to sort of sit back here and defend like all these ling pressures, ling pokes coming out of CyniX, and I'm not sure really where CyniX is going to go from here. Like, Roach Warren is done for mOOnGLaDe, upgrades on the way,
Yeah,
and he's got a whole bunch
transitioned
of
to
roaches out too, so pretty soon he's just going to be able to not take any damage from these run-bys at all, and I don't know what CyniX's transition or backup plan is. I mean, it doesn't look like he has one, he's just making more and more Zerglings.
I think like he wanted to rely on these heavy upgraded Zerglings for the early game. That's what I think he wanted to
I think
do.
you're right, and like realistically, these lings have done a lot of damage, and they're still doing damage. It's just eventually the tech lead gets away from you. You can't just harass your opponent, especially when you're not doing any real damage to his army,
Yep.
and expect to sort of scoff a big push. And that's what we're seeing here.
If we look at this now, we see him spining up his third, but he can easily just run in and target fire that third, and that's it.
I don't think he even needs to do that. I think, look at the supply disparity here. 69 supply to 118. mOOnGLaDe just kept making an army that never died, and CyniX kept throwing away these 1-1 lings, which admittedly should be expendable, but you have to have a backup, a transition at home, in order to pull off an aggressive sort of harassing-based style like this.
So he's just decided to target fire everything. I actually would like him to target fire the spores, And that's GG.
That's GG. So easy.
That was an interesting series.
Interesting, Sued. I really like the concept of like really heavy Ling counterattacks and sort of harassing style to try and pick your opponent apart. I think, again, though, the problem is you really need something going on back at home that sort of lets you be safe against the follow-ups.
Can I be Darth Vader now?
Yes. Alright, now I'm Darth Vader.
And this
Welcome to the dark side of the cast.
This is it? We're there right now.
We're so there. Yes. Now let's look at the brackets.
Yeah,
Let's
can we
look
get
at the
a
brackets.
peek at the brackets?
I am the Sith caster.
I can't even take this seriously
I
anymore.
never take myself
LanSmash
seriously.
is a very serious event. No joking
Only
around is
Sith
allowed.
deal in absolutes.
Get the
That's a
irony
very
of that.
serious event, not absolute at all.
That is an absolute. I'm a Sith.
Alright. Any games to cast?
Alrighty.
We're actually going to go and find a game. That means mOOnGLaDe gets out.
Absolutely.
First place.
Now, I don't know for sure, but I'm going to hazard a guess as to how they're going to do this bracket. All right.
Yep.
What I think they're going to do
Yep.
is top 2 from each group.
Yep.
With
Oh.
the
Am I
winner
still
of the
dark side?
6
I'm not a
winners.
Sith. Okay, I can take.
Of the 6 winners.
Yeah. Are you the winner?
No, second place.
Uh-huh.
The 4 with the best map score
Yep.
will be seated like
1, 2, 3, 4.
above, and then the other 8 will be seated below because there's 12 people.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's how they do it. I think that's probably the fairest way.
Yep.
We'll see
I
though.
agree with that. And then we've got... Okay, so who made it out? mOOnGLaDe. I'm pretty sure CyniX made it out as well.
Yeah, I don't know who won out of CyniX and Lemmings,
I think it was
Yuna,
CyniX.
though.